Yeah, a little bit of a different video here for you guys for today. I'm gonna share with you how much money I made here on the ghost town. You might think already that the title for this video is over exaggerated. Let's see. I'm also gonna share with you guys if it's windy or not. I'm also gonna share with you guys why it might be a good idea for you to invest in Portugal. Or not. Might be a good guide for some of you guys. Yes, I'm actually making a video for the main channel, but I thought it would be good to take you as viewers from the second channel for a first preview already. I mean, it's part of my day also, so we'll get back to the we'll get back to the main house in a bit. And also, you might know we own this property, but first I want to take you all the way to the other side of the village. Yeah, here we are where the postman got stuck. So yeah, here we are at one of the first pieces of land I bought. It's actually two parcels. I bought it in one buy. Both parcels contain a small ruin. Both are about 30 square meters. This parcel is, I thought, 34 or 3600 square meters. The other parcel is 1600 or 1800 square meters. Located in a very near a very quiet village in the center of Portugal. So yeah, both of these buildings are complete ruins. This one is falling down a bit also. The other one still has a bit of a better structure in the walls. But I bought the two together for €7,500. There's a video of that also on the main channel. If you want to know more about this land, I'll link it somewhere up here or in the description. In a moment we'll see, I'll dive behind the computer. We'll see if we can find something of the same size in the same area and see what is the asking prices now. Yeah, so this was the first purchase I made in Portugal. Almost 4 years ago now. But you'll be amazed in the price difference. It all looks beautiful with this weather, right? What a great shot. So this is the ruin from the second parcel. It has about the same size. And the land goes down almost straight from the top. And then here there's an extra piece, what was marked as a vegetable garden, a horta. And give me your guess in the comments. What would such a piece of land cost here in Portugal? So this is on, let's say, 1600 square meters of land with a 30 square meter proper ruin. If you look at the difference in size, I would say I paid for this one 3,000, and then for the other one 4.5, because the land is bigger. Yeah, and the bigger piece of land came with this issue. My land, not my house. But yeah, we won't talk about that. It could only be an advantage in the price if it does belong to us. This one they're trying to sell with ERA. They might think that I'm demolishing the for sale signs. No, that's just the universe. I have a story when we get to the current house prices about ERA and this house. Cowboys! So we're going to look it up in a bit, but I think the big part can be 15 to 20,000 now. And the smaller part, I think 10. Let's see. So totally in the beginning when I came here, one of the owners of the main house offered me this. So 3 years ago, he offered for 80,000 euro. He also had another piece of land up the road. Yeah, sometimes you just need to have patience or forget about it. So here we have my shed. I would have rather passed this one. I think we can deduct 2,000 for a bad investment. Yeah, I paid too much for that. And it's not even mine, all of it. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. This we bought very recently for a very good price. It's like a townhouse. It doesn't have a garden. I can supply them with a garden 200 meters from here, which we should be able to buy for 1,500 euros for 1,500 square meters. You see this more often, that there's a townhouse and it has a separate garden. From the inside it's structurally finished. It has a bathroom. The kitchen is not mentionable. We pay 10,000 euro. I think if we put it now with a real estate agent, we can at least ask 20 or 25,000, especially with the other land with it. Would be nice if we eventually can buy the land that is actually behind this house. But again, for that we need to have a longer breath, we say. Very dramatic cloud here over the sky, over the main house. Yeah, and then we come to maybe the biggest money maker of them all, the main house. 130 square meters in very enjoyable living surface. It comes with almost 2,000 square meters of land, 14 or 1,500 behind, and the land from the shed. It's a little bit less. I think the shed is 400. It comes with 2 sheds. And it might not even be that I renovated it what made the most money out of it. Although the roof was a good addition as an investment. That could be a selling photo. We're not going to sell this, no. It's just to give you an indication of what is possible here in Portugal. I think 1.5 years ago I talked to the real estate agent, and she had another property for sale, which was a little bit more finished. Mine was also less finished 1.5 years ago. But that property came with less land, no sheds, and a little bit more finished house. Also in a village. And she said, your house is, I think, already worth more because of the extra land than that house. That house was at that point 80,000 euro, 79. So compared to the 80,000 euro, that is 55. No, 55. No, 45. 45,000 euro. And that was 1.5 years ago. And the property prices have only gone up. And the last year even stronger again. It dipped down a little bit the last couple of years, but 2024 was a year that it was picking up again. Yeah, and also don't think it's getting less, the increase in property prices, because this world is not going to change anytime soon, and a lot of people come here to get a little bit more rest and distance from the rest of society. So I think that will keep on going for the next couple of years. While we're here, let's grab a coffee. So yeah, the 45 is very conservative, I think. Might as well be 55. Like I said, I'm not gonna sell anything here. I just want to give you an idea of what is possible. But also you need to remember that I have a long breath. Patience, they call it. I was looking for that word before, patience. With this I can have patience. Other things I don't have patience. The house here that we still need to assess. I basically waited for 2.5 years, but then I also got it 10,000 cheaper than it was advertised with a real estate agent, what was 2 years later. So with the price increases, I think I made a pretty good deal there. We'll get to that one in a bit. But also, like I said, with the 80,000 euro house that I never bought, the guy also has here a piece of land with 2 ruins on the street, on the side of the street, and he wanted 15,000 for that, or maybe even 18, I don't remember. And I just bought the other piece of land, the first piece of land, for 7,500, and it was more square meters, and the houses were in better state than the ones here, and he wanted double the money. So yeah, like I said, maybe he'll come, like in a couple of years. If you have time and have a project like me, then yeah, sometimes you just have to wait. We're also waiting still for this property here on the other side of my main house. It's owned by an elderly home. 3 years ago we already asked, because they sell properties that they own. But still we haven't had a price. It's now 3 years later. And it's not that we're only waiting, it's every time there is something. And I think a year ago they said that next week we come with a price. So yeah, investing in Portugal might not be for everybody. And you also need to be careful, because yeah, like I said in the 5 mistakes video, I'll also link it somewhere and in the description. You need to be careful with what you buy, because it's sometimes not as straightforward as in other countries. So yeah, investing in Portugal takes a certain mentality. You don't have to live here to invest. I think you do need to come here to select property. But even if you do nothing with the property, like some of my properties, like the first piece of land, there's not much happened there. We put a container on it and we built a wall. And yet it increased double or maybe even triple in price. So yeah, I think Portugal is a pretty good investment. At least it turned out for me until now to be a pretty good investment. And like I said, I see a bright future for Portugal in that regard. In other regards also, but we're talking about house prices and buying houses. So yeah. If you need advice, don't call me. No, you can actually get my advice. I also put a link in the description. It's not free. Nothing in life is free. If you want something, you have to offer something in return, right? Doesn't always have to be money. Yeah, and then we come to this cute little house. It is a 2 under 1 roof, so it has some, how you say, more complications if you want to replace a roof. Now, because I have time, we might replace the roof when we buy the other part, right? But to give you an idea, this house was on offer with Remax till 2 years ago for 22,000 euro. Now, granted, to be said that at that point they didn't get sold. There were viewers. Eventually I got to talk to the people who really owned it, and I came to an agreement to buy it for 12,000 euro. And after that we registered some extra buildings, because this shed was never registered with the building, and the family also owned a piece of land next to my shed from the main house, and that also got registered with the property. So for that 12,000 euro we got even more than we initially thought. If we look on the internet, this has now 400 square meters of land, basically 2 sheds, a garage, and a 4-bedroom house. But we're not going to look for a 4-bedroom house because they are very small rooms. Although on the websites they advertise these kind of houses as 4-room houses. So for you viewers from the second channel, next week the video will be out for the main channel. This will include some footage of me behind my new work desk, showing you actually selling prices of houses that what are being sold for now. See if we can make some comparisons. Daar zijn we. And it will also include some nice drone shots and stuff. But the video has been long enough for today, so I'm going to leave it at this. But give you a little teaser for the video on the main channel. Daar zijn we. Akira. Hoi. See you all tomorrow. Say bye. Awoo. Look at that. Yeah, so slowly and with a lot of patience, we're also going to buy the rest of the ghost town. We do need to fix it up at some point, but I have some years left, so it should be no problem. I think if we would sell it as a whole, it would even be worth more money. Again, we're not selling it. Yeah, if you also want your own little ghost town in Portugal, prepare to bring a lot of patience. That's the first requirement you need for doing any kind of this project. You can also just buy a house with land, flip it. It's also a very good option here. Again, link is in the description. I'm going to enjoy some more of this Portuguese weather now that it's here. See you all in the next one.